Check, check. That should be good. Hi, Mel. How are you today? Thinking of ways to make Peachy my best friend. Huh. I'm good, thank you. Oh. My leg is a little bit sore. So like standing up and dancing and stuff, it'll happen. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. I'm just my reaction was more like, I mean, I'm just so used to people like doing like weird parasocial shit to Cow as like being on his mod team. Like people try to be parasocial with him so much, especially because he's like, he like interacts with his chat more deeply than a lot of other creators. And like it's people get weird with it. So it's just like my gut instinct when someone says something like that is not even, it's not always right, but like just my moderator instincts are like, keep an eye on that person. My weird parasocial person is definitely Peachy. Listen, if you have to say weird parasocial person, like I don't have to tell you that maybe is like not the healthiest way of looking at it. All right. I think that looks kind of good enough. It could be a little lower. I'm not trying to show off the tits, but I'm also like not trying not to. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. Okay. We look fine. That's acceptable. That'll do for today. It's mostly ironic. Got me out of a dark time. Yeah, no, I for sure I get that. Like I think it's like knowing the limit is important. Like that's the most important part of that, right? But it's also like, hey, this actually helped me a lot. I mean, like Cow is kind of like that for me in terms of like him and his community was like a place to put all of this effort when I had like no queer relationships at all. I was just like, I'd been out. Let's see, I found him, I think, in like April of last year, so it's been about a year now. Oh my god, it's been like a year. Hold on, wait a second. I'm just gonna really quickly look up when I joined Cow's server. I think the fucking anniversary was yesterday. Give me a second, I gotta look at that up. Oh no, it was about a week ago. Oh wow, that's crazy. But yeah, like Cow and his server like definitely helped me out of that because like it was just a place to be like it was a place for me to be queer and just like not have to temper it for my friends, because their friends all accepted me. Like I told them I was trans and they were like cool, and with except for like making honest mistakes, they've never misgendered me, they don't dead name me. They slip up because we've been friends for a long time, and so they're used to the other the old stuff, but they always call me by my correct name, um, and pronouns. So like, I don't have to like pretend not to be that for them, but I also like none of them are queer in this way. Well, one or two of them are, but like they're so not. Like the rest of them as a group, it feels like so much of my queer identity is like I don't really get to share that with them as much, and I can be that person and they won't judge me for it, but I don't get to like there's no feedback from them on it, and there's nothing wrong with that from their part. Like they're still great friends and I love them all dearly, but having a place where I could be like aggressively queer, which is how I felt, was something great. That like when I joined Cow's server, I immediately felt that. But it's also like Cow was never like Cow was like one of the people, but it was also the other people in that group who were like there that I really like connected with. Some of whom aren't around anymore because they're problems. I'll say problems and I'll just kind of be nice about it and leave it there. I also shouldn't talk about it because I am a mod. I won't talk details. But yeah. And it's still like that for me. It's still like, oh, I just this is like kind of the person I want to be. That's what Twitter is for me as well. It's like cuz Twitter is so full of like trans women just being fucking everything they wish they could be all the time, and having a community of online people who are like, yeah, I get it, I want to do that too. But yeah, no, I understand where it's like it's parasocial a little bit, and like in some ways it's social, right? And not exclusive, not completely parasocial, but it's like no, like you can develop a real relationship with the person if you're talking to them. You just got to be aware of that parasocial line. You know what I mean? Like, when does it actually cross the line from parasocial into social? And then that's when it's like, you know, and you can make friends with streamers and folks like that. Just sometimes they don't want to, and you gotta respect that. And I think that's the thing that I get a lot of, like, where it's like they don't want to have a social relationship, they want to have a parasocial relationship. The distance, right? I know Peachy in general with her chat is very like, no, there's a boundary here. You know, this is a parasocial relationship, not a social one. She likes to enforce that boundary, which I respect for sure. Yeah. No, I get it for sure. It's like there's a legitimately unhealthy way of it, and then there's like, yeah, it's the normal, like, you get not confused, but you feel affection for a person, and that affection just isn't necessarily social. And knowing the difference is all that really matters. Okay, we're gonna get into this. I'm going to start working on this bot again. I need to increase the size so y'all can read it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have our database, we have our models and roles and all that shit. This test worked. I'm just gonna leave it there. We have our database connection. What I want to do is I want to create a method that picks up all the roles from a server, gets all of the information from those roles. Yeah, I'm sure Peachy and Cow are both getting like super parasocial people. In fact, I know a couple of them. Well, I say I know them. I know who they are because I'm a moderator. But less active now. Okay. We have our database connection, setting all that stuff up. I did want to do a couple things. There is a... That should be good. That's fine. There's a post from Faster Than Lime, who's a Rust like blogger. I'm just gonna look at all their articles. I'll know which one I'm looking for when I see it. Twitch fell behind, Faster Than Lime full-time, HTTP crash course, next page. Gonna play some Super Mario 3D World. It's a great game. All right, have fun. Okay. I went free load testing. Future nostalgia, request coalescing. Rust match made in hell. I gotta find this article. I know I've seen it. This is the one. Okay. So this article talks a lot about the Rust setup that this person uses. And they have a great, like... I use these as well, but I don't, like, default to using it everywhere. And I'm actually going to. So we're going to start with this right now. For now, I'm going to do color ire because it's going to do good. So cargo add color ire. Oh. There's a couple more. I'll zoom in on this. Good at 200. That's been working lately. I'm going to do that instead of anyhow. So we'll get rid of that in a second. Color ire. Tracing is another one. Tracing subscriber. And we're going to need tracing as well. Okay, cool. Those are the two I wanted. Basically the tracing and color ire so that I can do some like nicer logging and error reporting. So let's add those two. Oh, oopsie. Side quest RS. Oh, oopsie. Package. So now that we have like a multi-crate situation where we have like, you know, we have our top level, which just tells us that we have these 3 crates, and each of these 3 folders, entities, migration, and side quest, are all separate crates. Anytime I do this kind of thing, I have to like specify which crate I'm working on using -- package, because package and crate are kind of the same thing. Okay. I think for now that's going to be okay. We're going to leave that there. I also want to set request, what we're using, to use Rust TLS. And I'm going to remove our use of anyhow. And that's going to be interesting. So this is going to be a bit of a clusterfuck, but that's okay. I'm going to work this out in a second. I'm also going to remove the blocking feature. So Rust LS, TLS, and no default features. How do I... I forget how to do this. Default features is false. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Cool. That, I believe, should give me exactly what I'm looking for. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take color ire, move it up to the right position, and then tracing and tracing subscriber, I'm going to put them in this order, and they're going to go after Tokyo, actually. Cool. That's back in alphabetical order, which is how I prefer it in general. New type, poise, rand, rejects. These all look correct. I don't see anything weird here, so we're going to leave that. This is going to take a while to build, so we're just going to do cargo check. It's going to block while waiting for our file lock. That's totally cool. I know that we're having compiler errors. That's totally normal because I just killed anyhow. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do ire. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So CW color ire. There we go. Now I can do that in every file. I'm gonna kill these two. I think I can just fix this. It says I'm not using context, but I think I am. Okay, so we've got this. I'm going to do this clever thing here. I'm going to say as anyhow. So now all of those are going to get fixed. I'm also going to bring in bail. And what is this one? Context? Okay, then this needs to become wrap error instead. There is no context. CW wrap error. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Oh, hold on. I think I can just do it from here. Color ire. API reference. Let's just take a look here. It's probably gonna re-export something. Okay. Pub use ire. Handler ire report config section install. Color ire. Oh wait, nope. I just went back here. That's not what I want. Ire handler. We just need to get down here to the traits wrap error. Okay, so I think it's actually going to be here we go. Oh, it'll actually be in here. Wrap error. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So this file's fixed. I'm going to fix this one as well. I'm going to do this, and it's going to give me a problem down here. And I'll do the same thing up here. Import as this. I'll explain why I'm doing this. I know no one's watching the stream right now. Oh, maybe one person is. I know there's not a lot of activity right now, but I have an idea. So here's what I'm gonna do. As anyhow, so the problem is that we're facing. Oh, I can fix this. You're telling me I can't? There we go. Thank you. Okay, so the problem is we have these anyhows, but they got renamed when we changed our dependency. We have a different dependency that sort of offers the same API, but it uses different names. So here's what we can do. We imported the other one as our current name, and we could leave it like that, but we don't have to. I'm gonna... Oh, no! Oh, they fucked me. They fucked me so bad. Okay, what I was gonna do is there's a thing where you can rename an object, right? And it will find all the references to that object and then rename those references. But it doesn't let you do that for aliases. And that's a real shame, because that was the trick I was gonna use. Luckily, I don't actually have to use it. I can just do a search and replace command. So anyhow exclamation point is just going to become ire exclamation point. That was the rename that happened, by the way. And I'm just going to check on every one of these. Yes, yes, yes. And there you go. No problems. I believe we're going to have the same problem here, though. So what I'm going to do is DT comma, and then I'm going to just run my same command that I just ran here, and then we're going to say yes, 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 and there you go. That's it. That's the whole thing. We've moved our setup, so I'm going to actually commit that now. Let's see what we've changed here. Cargo.toml. What has actually changed here? I think this is what I want to stage. So I'm going to actually just unstage this. I only want to use this stuff as part of my changes. Okay. And tracing subscriber, I don't want to include yet. Cargo lock will ignore. Database, I want to add that. Main. Yep, that's all good. Schedule. That looks fine to me. And secrecy. That all looks okay. Okay, cool. Switch from anyhow to color ire. Next, we have our request update. That we actually don't have to do anything for. Just changing the dependency gives us all the code we want for what we're looking for. So I'm just going to do that on its own. Use Rust TLS in request. And we want to use Rust TLS because OpenSSL fucking sucks. It's terrible. Don't use it if you can help it. You can't always help it, but I mean, there's other options, right? There's boring SSL, there's Rust TLS, there's a couple others. OpenSSL is bad for a number of reasons. They've got tons of like security vulnerabilities that they just have not fixed and should have. And some that they've introduced by having like support everywhere. So like if you can help not using OpenSSL, you should try as hard as possible. Um, not as hard as possible. If it's easy, you should definitely do it. This is easy. Cool. Last thing we want to do is tracing and tracing subscriber. I'm going to do one thing extra here, is that I'm going to create a setup function in our main. And another thing I want to do is, there's a lot of stuff in here that's like URL to webhook. This actually, like this URL to webhook, like just shouldn't be here. That should be like in a, that should probably be in secrecy. It's just like part of the secrecy little module. We only use it for creating the webhook thing for the scheduler. We might use it for something else, but even still, it's part of that. It's unlikely we will need it from anywhere else. For now, I'm just going to pull it out of there. So we want to do a little, I want to do a little bit of massaging of the code, get it into a little bit of a nicer shape. First things first, though, the other thing I want to split out is the CLI module. I don't want main to have all of the stuff. I want main to only have the necessary functionality for a main, the setup stuff, the top level everything. What do I run every single time this this program like executes? So to do that, actually, fn setup. And I want to just return a result of nothing. I assume it's going to be a result of nothing. We'll see. I'm going to install the tracing. I'm going to install the tracing stuff. So to do that, we're going to throw basically this exact thing in, and I'll explain it once we do. Paste. env filter needs to get pulled in from tracing subscriber. That's pretty easy. And then, okay. I'm also going to do try init instead. And just that's phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to do this the shittier way, but it'll work. Failed to set tracing subscriber. Cool. Instead of result, I guess it's just gonna not return anything, so. Okay. And then I'm going to also use this exact stuff for color IR. Frankly, there's not a lot of special stuff that has to happen here. We kind of just want to. Now here's the deal. That just doesn't work. Okay, honestly, I'm not even worried about it. Dot expect failed to install IR porter. Next thing we want to do is load.env. Actually, load.env setup. All this CLI stuff is now going to go into a new module. So let's commit what we've got, because we actually have some valid changes here. Cargo lock is up, cargo tommel's up, main is now going to include setup, IR, and tracing. There you go. Okay. Now I want to make a CLI module. So mod CLI. Whoopsie. Mod CLI. And now it's going to tell me I don't have one. It's going to make one. Thank you for making one. So where does this go? This goes from 104 all the way down to 136. So 104 to 136 is 32, and then we're gonna have to add one. So 33 DT, paste, async, pub async fn, run. And then result of that. And okay, we've moved all that stuff. Now time to move all the stuff it needs. So starting from here, all the way down to 54. Okay, so let's see. 26 to 54 is almost 30. It's 28 plus 1. So 29 DD. And we're going to pop that right up on top. And CLI run. I will work on that in a second. We're gonna have some interesting stuff to work with. I think for now we're close enough I can do this. Okay. Parser comes from clap.parser. All the rest of that's gonna work now. Subcommand is just below. Oh, I guess I have to implement subcommand. And I'm actually, instead of command, it's just going to be, instead of subcommand, I'm just going to make it command. I know that there's going to be a problem in a second, but I'm not super worried about that just yet. I will worry about that in a moment. DB connect, that just comes from the crate. Results, will it work? It doesn't. It never works. I wish it did. Let's see. Use color IR result. Whoopsie. Result. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to undo that nonsense. Okay. So I'm actually going to bring this back to subcommand because I can do a rename on this. And that will save me from doing a lot of extra work. Tons of quick fixes. Luckily, Actually, I wonder if cargo fix can do all this. So cargo clip B fix allowed dirty. Perfect. Does this work? Is it gonna work? Please make it work. How many of those actually work? Nope. So many of them didn't work. Read STD in. URL to webhook for net generate key. Test database. Okay, so a couple things need to actually move. URL to webhook, read STD in. All of this actually needs to go to... So this needs to go to the secrecy module, so we'll start with that. That's going to be 38 to 55, which is 17. So... Actually, I want to do a little bit more than that. I want to go from 38 to 57, so 19 dB. I'm going to send that to secrecy. Okay, webhook's going to come from schedule. Regex is going to come from regex. IR is going to come from color IR. Oh shit. I have to re-in. UW. Let's do this again as color IR. And that will be that. Okay. We're cooking. More problems. Read STD in should be as part of CLI. It does not need to be in main. 60D. Paste. Undo. But if I paste it here. But if I paste it here, there we go. That STD in needs to be qualified from Tokyo. Oh, it actually does not qualify from Tokyo. That does not, it's not going to be Tokyo. It's going to be from standard, actually. I thought I just did all of this. Did I not just do all of this? Oh, I think I fucked up on a different thing. Okay, well, that's fine. That's all okay. We'll just go again. Create secrecy decrypt. URL to webhook comes from secrecy as well. But it's not pub, so we'll make it pub. And we'll go from here. And for net, generate key. That should probably be in secrecy, but I'm not super worried about it. Default DB and read to string. Is this not right? Oh, it's because I don't have the read prelude, right? Is that what I had up here? Yeah, I had the read prelude. That's what's missing. Okay, easy enough. Yep. Okay. Last thing I want to do is in main, there's a default DB, and that should be in database. And that's going to be public. Okay. Let's start with all of these unused imports. Wow. Okay, this is going to take a second, so let's just do this. It's not going to do that, huh? Oh, wait. Is this it? Cool. No more errors. Now give me my fucking fixes. Oh, thank God. Cool. We can get rid of this, actually. 2DD. And last thing I want to do is cargo format. Format every file in the database. Okay. I actually know that we're going to just take everything. librs. Ooh. Yeah. Let's stage everything and then unstage roll ingest because we still don't have that file. Honestly, I'm going to just get rid of this file. I can remake it at any time. I do not need it there. Rework. Oh, what am I doing here? I want to be up here. Rework module layout. It says there's one viewer. Is that me? Yeah, I did not expect today to be a busy stream. Not by a fucking long shot. Okay. Let's go through our modules and make sure they have the things we want them to have. I love how small this main file is. It's got all this stuff up front. It only uses the stuff it needs to start up here. Load.env setup. Nothing else depends on this file. This is just a main. Love that so much. Database. Anything here that shouldn't be. Test database. Love that. Keeping it. CLI. Anything in here that's weird we don't want. Oh, this is one thing we wanted to do. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to rename this to... just command, yeah. And that's going to fix all that. Tons of changes, but they're all automatic. Super cool. Okay, we run all these commands. Read standard input. That's all dandy. Our DB connection, we want to just sort of like leave that for now. I'm going to use it in a second, so I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, okay. Okay, that all looks good to me. Nothing in here that shouldn't be. Let's go to schedule, make sure there's nothing weird in here. I don't believe there is. I'd love to fold all the code, frankly. Run schedule update. That's sort of just our top level. If we have a file, do the whole deal. I went back the other day and I made this async, which all it meant was this client was just being imported from a blocking version of the API. Now it's not. And so I do that, and then I basically just have to throw async and await and async in a ton of places. So for example, delete messages here has to become async, and we have to use this await keyword in a couple spots. That was that one. This async channel messages just has two different awaits, one for sending the thing and one for actually reading the JSON output. And then lastly, there was a ton of await in this publish schedule function, which honestly I should split up into a couple functions. I'm not super worried about it. It truly isn't gonna get reused. I don't think I'm gonna reuse any of this code the way it's done. I think I'm gonna steal some of the code from delete messages. But I'm not really gonna worry about that just now. Okay. But I had to throw some awaits in here. There's a couple places we had to do that. We had to do it here. Those are just from get channel, the functions we had earlier, because they became async. This client get to check our sticky message. This await to both of these awaits actually, right here and here, for when we set or update the sticky message, which is like the message that contains the schedule that just stays forever and updates and has all, like, keeps the emojis on it. I like that it does that. And then the last one for the ping message, and that's it. Everything else is still synchronous because it's just computation. We're not doing any stuff. There's a lot going on here. What is this cell for? I don't remember using this cell. It's down here. Event time. Oh, that's right. To do a local, like, lazy computation of the date time. I wonder if, honestly, I should change that, but I'm not going to worry about it just now. Cool. Schedule is good. Secrecy is also going to be good. I know that one because there's just so little in it. I think the last thing I want to do is, like, I'm going to move generate key to here. So pub fn generate key doesn't take anything and it doesn't fail. It's just going to be fernet generate key. Oh, hold on, hold the phone. It's actually going to be the class generate key, and it's going to return a string, I believe. Yep. And then in the CLI, we're sort of doing it manually. I'd prefer to not do that. I don't want to import fernet in here. It's just a little messy. Create secrecy generate key. I'd rather import stuff from other crates and not the actual details here, because like pathbuff, stdin, that's just all reading and writing. That's critical to the CLI. We don't need to do like console reading and writing anywhere else. We shouldn't. This is the CLI. It knows it's being interacted with in this way. Other than that, we have our crate, like we're using like other crate stuff. The other parts of this crate are going to be doing the work. Okay. Let's get back into the audit bot part. This is sort of like cleaning up from what we last did. I threw most of this together a lot over a couple streams, so like I'm glad I got the chance to do this cleanup. So here it is. Let's commit our cleanup, and we're going to get into doing audit bot stuff for about the next 3 hours. Hope the two of you who are here, I think it's two of you, the one of you who's here, I hope you got a fresh change of clothes, because we're about to do some coding. And the implication here is that you're going to shit yourself. Probably not. I don't think you will. But if you do, maybe, I'm just saying. Okay, what were the changes I made, actually? I'm just going to call this final cleanup. It's really minimal changes. I'm not worried about it. Super duper. Okay. My hair looks fucking incredible right now. I love it. Oh, last thing. I may want to do cargo format again. Just to make sure nothing changes. Nothing changed? Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's get back into it. Okay. One of the things that I noticed when we were doing our migration is that our entities are a little bit off. What is this Discord ID? This actually is going to be like, I think I'm going to rename this to Roll Snowflake, or just Roll ID. I think Roll ID is a little bit better. And then Guild ID. This is a critical one, actually, this Guild ID. We need to know which guild we're operating on, specifically because we have to operate like in separate guilds. And rather than creating a new database for every guild, which can be a little bit kludgy, it would be nice to have just like one database do all this, and like if we need to clean it up, we can clean it up. Cool. So Discord ID, this is actually going to just become role ID. But what we're going to do nicely is we can just copy these 6 lines and do the exact same thing for Discord ID, because it is the same data type overall. 6DD. And one more time. Roles dot guild ID. Okay, so let's take another look at what we've got. So, we have our internal stuff. So we have the ID of the row in the database. The next thing we have is the guild ID from Discord, the role ID from Discord. So which role in which guild, which is those two should be completely like, I should not have any trouble finding it after that. Like, should they know exactly where this is? If you just have the role ID, you can't necessarily get the guild. You have to actually get it from the guild first. So we have to have the guild ID. The name is metadata. We will use it for reporting purposes, but we don't need it critically for functional work. We need it for just display purposes. Position is going to be important. That actually is going to serve a purpose. Global perms, another big purpose. It's probably worth building a module to understand Discord's global perms. So maybe that's something we do today. I think maybe no. I think maybe we just want to ingest as much as we can. Let's see. This is channel roles. Channel roles is actually fine. It's just tying 2 roles together. And it's going to use the foreign key, of course. The next thing we want to do is we want to put some indexes in here. We need desperately for guild ID and role ID to be indexed. So they're unique, but there's no index for like the 2 of them together. I think that actually might not be necessary. Like, either we want to get a single role from with a specific guild, or we want to get a single role, in which case we don't actually need the guild ID, because they're all unique across every role. ID is unique across every server. It's a guarantee from Discord's, like, the way they build IDs. So I think instead of looking for both of them at the same time, we just generally want to look for, oh, I want every role in this guild, versus I want this specific role, and you tell me what guild it's from. We know here, but you're going to have to let me know once you return from the database. So that's what we're going to do there. And I think that's good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a new migration, actually. We need to find out which users have which roles. So we need to that's basically just going to be a single table. The way it's going to sort of work is like it's going to tie a role to a user ID. We will not store user information in general. We will basically just find out like I wonder if it's worth noting which user is the owner, because the owner of a server doesn't necessarily like have a role that gives them permissions. I guess we do need users. We could just track owners as a separate. We could have a table of owners instead of a table of users that ties user IDs to basically. We have a table called owners, and it just maps guild ID to user ID. Indexes both of them, and it says if we want to find the owner of a guild ID, we look for that. If we want to find if this user is an owner, we just look for whether or not that user's in our thing. That should be pretty doable, actually. So let's do that instead. Let's start by making a owners table. So CRM migrate generate create owners table. Let's do this. 3 to D. I don't know why that didn't work. Okay. And 3DD. Instead of post, we're going to do owners, table and ID, and the values we're going to have are guild ID and user ID. And I think what we're going to do is as we're looking for owners, we just kind of constantly keep this up to date. If it turns out that there's a change in ownership, which is incredibly rare, we'll just rewrite that. Changes in ownership are so they don't happen very often. They're very, very unusual. They happen, and like you have to account for it. But instead of like trying to make it, the most efficient way of doing it, we could just rewrite that and just update that field and say that guild actually has this user ID as their owner. So an entry in this table with a guild ID tells us this table has this table we know the owner of, and that's their ID. And you can verify that by using the API and saying guild.getOwner or something like that. Or you can just look up that user in that guild and see if they are the owner. Let's see. Owners table. Perfect. Let's get rid of these two. Owners. CW. Owners. That looks good. So there's 2 columns that we're going to work on. We're going to do column def new owners guild ID dot integer dot not null dot unique key. That should do that, and then we're going to basically replicate that. That's 5, so 5. And we're going to basically do the exact same for user ID. And let's format this file. Okay. I believe that's going to give us... I'm going to knock this down by... Oh, I did way too many. That's... Oh, God, that's so much better. Holy shit. I was like, oh, man, I want to make this readable, but... I think people aren't coming, so I'm just going to turn off the mid-roll ads. I feel like we're not going to get a ton of action today. That's all right. I did post, right? Yeah, I posted. I'm gonna clear out my my streaming server channel. Okay. All better. Okay. That's gonna give us our tables. Or that's gonna give us our owner's table. Perfect. Let's make another migration. We want user roles. Cool. And user roles is going to be very similar to channel roles. Yeah. So COW user roles, table ID. The values we're going to use are the channel. No, sorry, the role. Oh, sorry. Hold the phone here. Role ID and user ID. And I'm seeing a problem here. And I don't know what I want to do about it. I'm going to finish this up, but I have an issue that I don't like. User roles. We'll just... Man, I don't love this sample. User roles. And do that. Oh, good Lord. Title is going to be role ID, and it's going to be integer, not null, dot foreign key. Foreign? I thought that would work. I will have to look at how I did this before. And then user ID. Integer. Okay. Yeah, I'm not... I'm going to go back and take a look at this. So we have roles ID and role ID. And that, I think, is going to be an interesting... I think it's not clear that this role ID is the snowflake. and that this role is just an internal integer for us. So that's an interesting problem. I hate doing it, but honestly, there's like, no, I don't want to like annotate the data type. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make all these guild s FID. Role SFID, and this is basically gonna, it means it's a snowflake. That's what SF stands for. And this means that all of these things, that's what we're talking about. So there's a channel SFID, but this role ID is actually just a local identifier to us. And I know I'm gonna get problems here. I'm just gonna sort of deal with it for a second. I don't love doing this, but I honestly think it's the clearest way to like do this. Man, it's ugly though. It's uglier than shit. I really should have done this the better way. That would have been smarter. Yeah, it would have been smarter to do it like by doing a rename, like we've done before. Not the most intelligent thing I've ever done to just like do it on my own. We've done it earlier too. We just forgot. It's a damn shame. Okay. I did a foreign key here, so I want to know how I did this. Oh, dot foreign key down here. Okay, cool. You do dot foreign key, and you go from here to the primary. So you go from your local table to the primary. Gotcha. So dot fo, and then it's going to be a foreign key def or foreign key builder. No. Def maybe. How did I do it? Foreign key create. Oh, okay. Foreign key create. Dot from the local table. So user roles table from user roles table, from this table and this column in this table, which is going to be user snowflake. Honestly, user SF versus user ID, that might be useful. I'll think about that. Luckily, I can honestly just redo this at any time, and because it all builds against the entities, I can just remap the entities and say, like, oh, I'm changing the names of these. We'll figure that out when we get there. I'm not super interested in trying to do it here. Oh, roles table. Yep. And roles ID. Format that. Okay, cool. Those are our migrations. I think instead of role ID, we're just going to do SF. So it just means like, hey, we're using a snowflake here. Oh, I'm not doing that again. Where are we at here? Okay. I'm going to look at all the other places I've done this. owners, this one, and I'm smart now. I learned my lesson. Yeah, okay. Is it in order? Yep. Okay. Pub struct migrator. Oh yeah, we just make migrator and then it just implements that. It does all the migrations. And we have all the other stuff we could do on migrations. Okay, cool. Cool. Now let's update our entities. So C. Oh, I made a mistake. I'm gonna kill that. What changed in our entities? Oh no, we might have done a fuck. What happened? What did we change? Oh shit. Okay. I don't exactly know what happened here. Yeah, I think we just had some... I'm just gonna run the migrations. So first off, I have to run the migrations. Let's go back. Migrate fresh. That's what I want to do. So we're gonna build and run the migrations, and then we're gonna generate our entities. And that needs to be a like, that needs to be a separate, like, I need a task for that. So honestly, while we're doing that, let's build a quick little make file. Okay, yeah, let's build a quick make file. Make file. And we're gonna do make regen entities. And we're going to do, assuming the database URL has been set, which I don't know how we're going to test that. I kind of just will let it fail. Cargo run. Actually, I want to see what we've got here. Okay, it's CORM CLI. That's what it is. CORM CLI migrate fresh. Then, what is the other one we did? Generate entity. Okay, so CORM CLI generate entity -o entities /source/entities. Okay. And we actually should have some interesting changes here now. Let's take a look at what they are. Channel roles. We do have some interesting stuff here. I don't know why this suddenly changed, this role column ID. I don't get that. This honestly should be different. Channel roles. Oh, channel roles shouldn't be different. Shouldn't it? Shouldn't it, actually? Hold the damn phone. Oh, because we didn't run this yet. Oops. Cool. How am I going to set the database URL on this one? let's take a look at how this works. C ORM CLI help. CRM CLI generate, oopsie, generate help. Entity help. Okay, now we have some interesting stuff. Not worrying about the shared -u. That's what we want. Okay. Instead of using that thing, we want to let's set our database URL up in here. Database URL equals and I know exactly where it is. I just need to find it. Side quest source database. It's going to be this guy. VI quotes yank make file. Can I just do that? Should be good enough. I will have another thing, I think, where if the database URL is set, it'll do it differently. For now, I'm just going to use this. It's just our database. So we're going to create another one called useDB, which is going to say -u, actually, sorry, dash database URL equals, and then database URL. Cool. And then we're just going to repeat that useDB. What is with that dash? Why is that dash there? Oh, it should be -o. Yikes. Then use DB. So the way we'll do this is like use DB is going to be the way we create our if we ever need to like modify how we're going to give the database, like, or we're going to modify the database URL, we're just going to modify the database URL, and then useDB will just work once database URL is set. We just need to make sure we do all of that before we do this define useDB here. And since we're not editing it, I'm not even worrying about it. I'm just going to sort of leave it as is. Okay, so let's make regen. Regentities. Okay, now we have some interesting stuff. Channel SF. There we go. That's a change. That's what I was looking for. Please and thank you. Prelude. Yeah, our prelude's going to get more interesting for sure. Owners, channel roles. Okay, so channel roles, we changed channel SF. CRM belongs to super roles entity. Because that's... Did we not set that foreign key properly before? We may have like not set that foreign key properly before. I need to double check that we actually set it correctly in the first place. So let's take a quick little look-see at that. Why don't we? Channel ID, channel SF. Role ID, channel roles, role ID. That's correct because it's not an SF ID. It's not a snowflake. It's an ID. To role ID. That looks right. That's not a change. We didn't update that. So I don't know why this stuff has changed. I don't get that. But I guess it's okay. Self-ref. And now it's called roles. It was relating to itself. Oh, this is when I had a this is when I flipped it around. I accidentally did it from the remote table to the current table, which you can do. You can define foreign keys that way. But in reality, you generally want to define foreign keys on the foreign table, or on the table where it's referencing another thing. So, for example, channel roles references role ID. The primary key of role ID is in the roles table. So you want to go from channel roles to wherever that key actually is a primary. And that's why it's foreign. You're saying that's where the foreign, go to the foreign thing, retrieve that, pull it back here. Hello, Flemma. I think you might be the only person here right now, which is honestly totally fine. I'm just mostly talking to myself and to the VOD. Hey, if you're watching this VOD, I hope this is interesting for you. If it's not, I don't know, man. You don't have to watch. Like, it's cool. Like, you do other stuff. Like, there's other people who do programming if that's more entertaining, or like they're doing something you're more interested in. I don't know, man. It's not, you don't owe that to me. But thank you. And if you're not watching the VOD, you're not going to see this unless you're Flemma. That was just for you. That was just for you, Flemma. Oh, man. Okay. We've done a lot of stuff. Let's get out of all of this nonsense. Okay. Make file begin. And now we want to do our new up. Let's stage these. Can I do it like that? Ooh, I can do it like that. New migration. Update entities. Cool. Now, I already know I'm gonna have a problem here because Discord ID is not Discord ID. It's going to be, role. It's gonna be role SF. I think, yeah, role SF. There we go. About to go to bed, making sure everyone's happy, doing your rounds. Oh, that's kind of cute. Going and checking on all your peeps. I appreciate it. Don't worry. I'm having a perfectly normal time talking to myself, because let me tell you right now, Flemma, if this stream weren't on, I'd be doing the same thing. And if I didn't have roommates, it would be a lot weirder. But now I have stream, so I can talk out loud to myself. And it's not that weird. It's a little weird. It's not that weird, though. Yeah, no, I absolutely talk out loud to myself, because if I don't hear me, I didn't say it. Like, my brain will go too fast, and I'll, like, think 12 things at a time. So if I say it out loud, it's like, well, that's only as fast as I could talk, and I like talking a certain way. So, like, it slows my thought process down, which means I catch more shit. And that, when you're an engineer, you gotta catch some shit. That's your job, is to not let bad shit go. I got real excited about that. I'm sorry. Okay. This is no longer going to work. We need to add a new thing. So we're going to do guild SF is going to be a active value set 1. Okay, so let's technician completely. Yeah, it's the same. No, for sure, it's the same for you. Yours is more like the thing exists and it must work and it doesn't, or it must be made to work. and you have to do the same process that an engineer would. The only difference is the engineer is doing the design and you're doing the maintenance. And honestly, it's so similar how much like we have to do the exact same shit. I'm so much worse at maintenance than I am at design. Maintenance requires like so much more of a like focus and organizational like deal. And I'm more of like I'm creative towards how I solve problems. And someone was like, I remember someone like brought up like as I designed a different thing. It was not for code. With code, I'm generally like good about keeping maintenance because I'm the one who has to maintain it. But I built this like, it's kind of hard to explain what it was. I built a thing that's like supposed to be made in the physical universe, not code. And this dude was like, hey, if that breaks, there's no fixing it. You just have to make another one. And I was like, are you sure? And then he's like, okay, make it and then break it and we'll see what happens. And I was like, oh fuck. Oh yeah, I don't want to fix that at all. And he's like, yeah, we need to, this is gonna break. So we gotta think about that. Anyway, good night, Flemma. I know you're trying to go to bed, so. Mwah. Oh, I'm sad I missed your, I was gonna watch your stream. Did you do a stream today? Just tell me that and then you can go. I wanted to watch it, but I think I didn't see like a link, so I didn't know if you were online. And I turn off basically all of my Twitch notifications. I get because I follow so many people now, like as a streamer, to like try and like contact, like I follow them so that it's easier to raid them. But the problem now is like even if I'm following them, I don't see their notifications. I turn off all of them, like blanket. Because I just get like, I get like maybe 10 a day minimum. But anyway, I hope your stream was great. Okay. Fixed our database. Update database. Test. I'm actually going to not commit this just yet. Okay. Love you too. Mwah. And I'm going to make a new thing for our makefile where we test it. Oh, I don't actually need this. I won't do it that way. Oh, I don't need to do that. Hold on. Cargo. Run. SideQuest RS. Test. Database. I think that'll actually work. Oh, fuck. I wanted to see that. Okay. I'm also going to text my friend about a thing happening tomorrow. I'm missing that command, so I'm just going to run my help. Oh, DB test. Perfect. all of that stuff that came below, that came from our tracing crate that we added. Super useful already. I think it's going to be, by default, we don't want SQLX, CORM migration, or CORM. I think generally, like, SQLX we don't want to report if we can help it. Create table if not exists. Elapsed, exceeded alert threshold. That's an interesting one. I wonder if there's a reason that happened. It's probably because it's SQLite. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Building a table in SQLite is going to be a little bit slower than building it. Well, not slower, but like it takes a lot of resources, and it's a big table because it's the table is migrations table. Oh, that's the migrations table. Why did the migrations table take long? That's weird. It also should have just known that it would work because that's interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, now that I have that, let's go back to our main Rust log. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our Rust log. We're going to find the SQLX module, and we're going to disable it. Oh, actually, maybe we don't need to disable it. Let's go back to our cargo.toml here. I think what we did here is we did debug print, and I'm just going to comment that out. We're going to rebuild. We're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to cargo run. It's going to rebuild that entire dependency, but that's okay. And then it'll redo the stuff that it depends on, or that depends on it. Shouldn't take that long. Okay, no, we still did a lot. Okay, and that's just because it's using tracing. So what we want to do is we want to actually turn on warn mode for SQLX, because in general we don't want to flood our output with every single query we execute. We will be executing a lot. So let's look at that. Let's go look at Rust log syntax. Also, I would like to know, I bet Tracing Subscriber talks about this a bit. Okay. Okay. The directive syntax is similar to that of env loggers, and it gives you the thing here. Perfect. So it's target, and then potentially some of the details about that target equals level. Cool. Span matches the span's name. field value only outputs a certain value. Okay, so we're just going to turn off SQLX. And to do that, we're going to go to our main rustlog equals info, and then I forget how to do multiples. It's commas, so separated by commas. Easy enough. Okay, so info and then SQL X equals warn. And what that's going to do, we're going to run this again. Perfect. And so now we only have SQL ORM migration, that module working. In general, we're not going to need this. I don't want to worry about it too much. So I won't put a special thing in there. I'm only doing SQLX because actually I like info often. I generally like to use info logging. I don't want to put too much in here, but SQLX is going to be way over the top in terms of how much it outputs, and I want to really avoid that. If it's going to... if I want that to log anywhere, I'll create another filter for those spans specifically and log them to files. And those files will probably be spooled. So we only track a certain number of queries. I honestly don't think we're even going to do that. That's if I need to do that. I will do that. Probably I'm just going to ignore them. But okay, that's great. Cool. Okay. We have our migrations. We have our entities. It's time to ingest. It's time to go to the API and ingest some of our roles. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to build a... We have our bot here that's doing some stuff. I want to create a command that will download in the background a ton of basically all the roles in a server. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a submodule for this bot module called role ingest. That's what we want to do here. I'm going to leave this up. This may be useful later. This should be fine. When I do a full build, we won't have much of this. Now that I have this, I can get rid of all this. So 34 to 66. 34 is, oopsie. 3466 is going to be 32. There we go. Perfect. We have our bot. This is our framework setup. That's all great, and it works fine. This is our uptime command. This is our register button, which is only going to work for administrators. Please and thank you. Next command we want to add is going to be we're just going to call it audit. Async fn audit. It's going to take a CTX, which is a reference to a context. Is it going to take a reference to a context? I think it actually just takes a context. Yeah, it takes a whole context. And it's going to return a result of something and error. I'm surprised that error is not giving me some sort of problem. I wonder if this error should actually just be like report. So let's see what I've got here. Report using why did that happen? Let's just get rid of that. Let's do this. Import report from color IR. It's importing it as error? That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, holy shit. It's not what I wanted to do. Context. Is there a requirement on what it has to be? Can I just do error, I guess, then? I'm gonna look that up real quick. That is strange that it's doing that. So we're just gonna double check like what we've got going on here. Color IR. That confused the hell out of me. So pub use IR. Oh, because it needs to be IR report. Well, wait, hold a fucking second then. Color IR error. But it... Okay, let's look at this. IR. Report. What is report? It's struct. So, then what is the fucking error thing that it's telling me about? Report. Oh no, I just did that. Is there an error somewhere? What the fuck? Error shouldn't even exist. Why is it telling pub use report as error? I guess you can just like specifically say report. That is so weird because it has a pub because it has a pub alias. That fails weirdly. I fucking don't like that. Okay. That's fine. We can call it error. That makes it a lot easier. I don't have to worry about that. That's so sorry. That threw me the fuck off. Okay. ctx.defer. Ephemeral. And it's going to be dot await. And we're just going to do okay. Poise. Command. I think I'm just going to make this a slash command. There's no reason to make it a prefix. It feels silly. Required permissions. Who should be using this? I think basically just someone who has managed roles. Somebody who has managed roles and managed users, I guess. Equals manage roles. Manage roles. I guess I need to figure out how that works as well. So poise rs docs. Required permissions, which the bot is known to need. That's useful as well. We do need to know, like, hey, what does the bot need to know to get all this information? Like, if you don't have this, we should be able to tell you, like, there's an issue going. Okay. It returns a poise command. So let's go back. Modules. Where's the command? Poise command. Samples. Built-ins. Modals, prefix argument. Hello, creatures. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple streams. Well, hold on. Did I see you on Monday? I think I didn't see you yesterday. Oh, okay. Yeah, you've been busy? I just wanted to say hi. I noticed you hadn't been around. Hope everything's okay. Drove down to Texas for the eclipse. Ooh, was it good? Was it dope? Oh, Strux. Yeah, there we go. The first one you've ever seen, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking awesome, frankly. I don't understand how this works. Oh, because it uses these. Is it just like a... So manage roles, or do it just do like an or? Yeah, manage roles, bitwise, or manage users. Okay, maybe that's not... What is the thing? Mute members, moderate, manage events, moderate members, timing out users. No, that's not what I want. I guess you don't need another thing for it. I guess you just need roles, because if you have roles, you should be able to see everyone in the thing. Okay, cool. Manage roles is what I was looking for. But if I wanted to do another one, I could do, say, kick members. Cool. So that is the syntax for it. You just use the expression in a string. I hate that, by the way. That's fucking stupid. How have I been? I didn't get the job. remember that job I was talking about? I didn't get it, and financially, I needed it. We have some other options. It's not the end of the world. I will say when I got the news, it felt like the fucking end of the world, um, which is why I found the news out on Friday while I was at work, and I was calm and collected, and I took it in stride until I got off the phone with the person who told me that I didn't get it, and then I went and had some panic attacks because I financially really fucking needed that job. Um, but after having panic attacks for the night, I definitely like calmed down, and I was like, you know what? It truly is not the last option. It's not even the last okay option. It was the last good one, but it's not even the last okay option of like, I could do a different thing, and if it works out, it'll be fine. So it was mostly just like I was banking so hard on it, and not getting it really fucked with me. Um, okay. I think the way we're gonna have to do this is we're gonna do two different um okay, here's the way I want to do this. What this next part, I want to have something that's like spinning and just reporting back like how much we've done. And another thing I want to do is while it's spinning, I want to have something that's only job is to pull information in from the API. I'm going to just focus on the API side, but eventually I want to have something where it's updating as we go. For now, I'm not going to do that. Hopefully I find a dream job. I'm not going to find a dream job. Number one, this was my basic. I decided I was not going to do software as a career anymore. As much money as I can make, I have been very frustrated with the industry, and I truly just don't want. I don't want to do it anymore as a job. I like programming, and doing it as a job forces me to deal with an industry that I actively hate and I seriously despise it. So, dream job is kind of out for a little while as I build up some more skills. I think the next thing I want to do is like either electrical or mechanical engineering. I'm just going to go back to school for it. Hi, Real Talk. High Quest, I guess. It's your person theory. I don't know what I don't know what the gender thing is for you. I didn't want to say either guy or girl because I didn't know. Okay. I'm going to put this in a different function so that it just is a separate future entirely. So we're going to have that bot role ingestion role ingest.rs. It's actually going to be a mod of. I'm gonna kill that actually. I'm gonna go to bot.rs, make a submodule. Mod role ingest. It's gonna say, I don't know what that is. You have to help me find it. Okay. I'm gonna make a function called async. What? Yeah, sync. Async fn download roles. And it's going to return a result of vec of roles. I'm going to just put role in there. We'll figure out what that is later. I'm pretty happy with your goals in life and what you do. That's great. That's fantastic. I am in a shifting period. Color ire. Result. Use. There's going to be a role somewhere, but I think it's going to be in entities. Or actually, I technically don't want to do it this way. I want to pass back a... You pretty much know what you want to do with the rest of your life. What do you want to do? I'd love to hear about that, if you don't mind talking about it. I know it's public internet. Don't reveal information about yourself that you shouldn't reveal. But if you are happy to share, please do. I don't think there's one thing I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do a bunch of things. Because I said I wanted to do either electrical engineering or mechanical engineering. But that just first. Because then I want to go do the other one. I want to do like one of those for 10 years and then start the other one and do that shit. I don't think I want to do the same thing for the rest of my life, no matter what that thing is. I might keep some of this stuff. I played music professionally. I still play music, but I don't do this as a job anymore. Programmer. Did it for almost a decade professionally. You want to go to the U.S. politics and study American studies for that while doing social media in English and German. Interesting. So like English-German relations? From the like American point of view? It's like American, like relations between America and Germany or something like that? Mainly domestic. Oh, interesting. Just like it all just also happens to be German for like German speaking Americans. Yeah. Which is odd for someone from Germany. Wait, oh sorry. Are you doing it from like domestic to America or domestic to Germany? You want to immigrate to the US. Yeah, that sounds if you like it in a certain, if you like it in a place, man, go for it. Like, I think the US has some cool stuff. No special relations to Germany, just like German language, as well as English. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. That's a very specific thing. So it does feel like, you're pretty like well aware of it, which is super cool. Am I sinking? Is this chair like, I feel like I'm up, but like, just do German content in English? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Just do German language content. Yes, I gotcha. Hoi 4, E4, Age of Conflict, yeah. Again, like grand strategy games, people talk about them all the time. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't understand why. Not why people. Not that I don't understand why people like it. I just don't care about it. That's all. So, CTX is going to be a reference to a context. Oh, it's actually not going to be that. It's going to be a reference to super context. Yes. Um, gotcha. Explicit lifetime not allowed here? Why? Why is that not allowed here? It just has to live for the whole thing. That's so stupid. What is it here? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense because it is generic on that lifetime. Okay, that's fine. Politics still is mainly about improving the problem the U.S. still has. Yeah, for sure. And we got plenty. Look, I like the United States in general, right? There are other countries who have a lot of problems as well. I do think we've got some significant ones that other countries don't have, and it's not a problem of like, oh, well, we're just bigger and better, and therefore we have different levels of problems. It ain't that. That's not the problem. I could get super political right now. I don't want to. I don't want to be a political content creator in any way. People shouldn't go to the US because of the problems, but the problems are the reason you want to go. That's great. That's a fucking solid mission. I mean, it's like it's not all on you to do anything, but that's a call that's like, oh, personally I'm interested in like doing what I can to make that better. It's like, yeah, go for it, dude. Cool. Download roles. So from context, we want to get all of the roles for the guild. So ctx dot guild dot roles. Can we just get the roles? Let's see if we can. Built-ins, context structs. When we have a command context, application context. We're gonna be in an application context. So we have all this stuff. Guild Discord. No, we won't do that. Defer response. Context defer. It's not hopeless. It's just bad. That's not great. Okay, guild. Option guild ref. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Guild dot. Let's just unwrap this. We should have a guild, but like, let's just be sure. Okay. Roles. Oh, we got roles. Oh my god, we could just get them. It's a field that just has the roles. What is this roles? Okay, hold on. Let's just real quick. Let roles equals this. What is this? Okay. We're gonna have to reference this. Okay. It doesn't tell us what it is though. It says there's a field called roles, but it doesn't tell me what I'm gonna get out of it. So guild, we have a guild ref. What does guild ref give me? It's a cache ref of guild and guild ID. What does this do? Cache ref? Guild roles ref? Oh, I need the cache feature. Oh, this isn't what I want. Hold the fucking phone here. We have an option of guild ref. What does guild ref actually do for me? Cash ref. I don't understand this. It says there's a roles, but I don't know that that's right. Okay, hold on. Guild returns an option of guild ref. If I unwrap that, it returns... Doesn't tell me what it returns. That's awesome. It should just tell me it returns a guild ref. But what does this guild ref actually mean? KVT. Oh, it implements that for guild. Okay, so I have a guild. And that guild has roles, which returns a hash map of that. I wish it weren't a cache. That's kind of annoying, actually. Okay, I'm starting to understand this now. I'm so sorry that I'm not talking as much about this. I'm very much sniped by what I'm looking at right now. If I have a context guild gives me it. Oh, because I have a context, I get the guild. That's only available on cache. Do we have the cache feature? Default. Cache is on by default. Okay. We get a guild. If we are inside a guild. Okay. Guild ref. Which returns a guild ID and a guild. Which also has an ID. That's fine. Threads? Oh, those are the actual guild threads. Okay. Roles. Okay, let's just say it's going to be a hash map of... I'm actually just literally going to copy this. Copy. I mean, straight up, this should just work. .dref. Does this work? Okay, what is this? That's a cache ref. Syntax error, missing type. Hold on, let me do this. What's up here? Syntax error, missing type. Oh, because I have this. Okay. So let guild equals this, and that's a cache ref of guild ID. Okay. So now it's going to be let roles equals guild.roles. Cannot move out of that reference. It just can't detect that it's a hash map. Okay, so roles dot. It has some information about it. Dref dot. Huh? Yeah? Yeah? Fuck. hash map of role ID and a role. Both of these need to come from Serenity. And it's actually going to be a reference. Okay. This works. We have this. We have a hash map of roles. And if it doesn't type check, it tells us. It's just that the LSP doesn't give us the type check. And honestly, if I just say it's a hash map of two unknowns, does that work? Does it know what it is? So roles dot into iter, or just roles dot iter maybe it's only gonna do. Or fuck. Okay. For X in roles. Is he gonna tell me what X is? Oh, okay, it has no idea what X is. That's the problem. Let's fix the rest of that then. Okay. We have roles going. Let me think. For each role, we want to get all of the information that we need out of it and build up the entity. So actually 4 roles is correct. So for X in roles, and let's just see what happens here. It's a tuple. Okay, so how about in roles values? That's what I want. Okay, for each one of these roles, we want to build a we want to build the active record, which is like our we want to build our active record of the thing, and then we want to take that active record and insert it into the database. We want to upsert it though, so we want to insert it only if it doesn't exist. So let's start with this. So for role in this, so we're gonna do let active equals active model roles. As role model. So role model, perfect. Dot default or new. Can we just do new? Default. No, we don't want to. Do we want to do default? Yeah, we do want to do default. Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be mutable. And actually, I want to make this a separate function. So fn roll to model, and it's going to take a reference to a role, and it's going to produce a role model. I don't think this can actually fail. So, like once we're here, I think we will have all the data. If it can fail, we'll figure out why. And instead of that, we're going to do equals role to model. And instead of, now it doesn't need to be mute, it will just be active. I will fill this out later. To do. And now I want to do an upsert. So let's look up CORM. Look at the docs here. Docs. Tutorial. I want to do a basic CRUD operations. Insert an update. Okay, I want to find the role. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We just want to basically find the role that we have by its role ID, by its role SF specifically. So let's do that. Let's look at how to do some finds. Find filter bakery column name equals this. Cool. That's what we're looking for. So get role. Or sorry, no. Let mute model equals get role model role. Dot unwrap or default. No, come on, go back. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's generate that function. S is going to be role model. Okay, this one will be a little bit easier. So we want to do, and also we're going to need the database for this. So let's figure that out in a second. So bakery is the table name. Role. I kind of want to just remove this. This should all still work. Oh, it's actually going to return an option of role model. I don't actually want... Oh, I do need that role. So... Let's see. Entities... Roles... Role... Entities, roles... Model... Entities, roles, model, find. Let me see if that's right. So what is bakery? Still working on exactly how to use this, but we're getting it. Entities, roles, column, model, primary key relation, active model? Find, maybe? Find? Maybe it's not active model, maybe it's this. Okay, let's go back to the basic CRUD select is what we want. Find our primary key. We're using entity. That's the thing we want. Okay. Entity. There we go. And for CRM, we're going to want to import the prelude. So I use prelude. No, use CORM prelude star. Move those braces. And then we're actually going to want to do... Can I do a prelude here as well? Prelude star. And the last thing I want to do is... yeah, get rid of this as well. So, roles, entity find, is that gonna work? Roles. Find? Is that gonna work? Okay. Dot. Okay, now we know what we can do. Find by ID, find by ID, find with conditions. So it's going to be find, and then it's going to be filter. Okay, so select where. Filter. And the filter is going to be roles, column, roles, column, role SF dot eq. And it's going to be role dot ID. Okay. That gives me that filter. What's the problem here? And then how do I find just like one? Oh, one. There we go. Dot one. And then I need the DB there, which I just don't have. So I'm going to do one, and I'm just going to put to do right here. Be like real slick. Dot, oh wait. Okay, so this absolutely can fail because we're doing IO. So I'll just do this deal here. I'm also trying to figure this out. Roles, active model. Roles, active model. So both of these need to be async as well as dot await. Get role model. Instead of that, it's going to have to be a result of option. Okay. Let's just see if this even kind of works. Let mute model equals, or no, just like let, it's just let model equals, and then to do, let's just see what we've got here. Okay, one is unreachable. Yeah, of course it is. Fuck. Oh man. Okay. Let's do a really dumb thing here. Get db. It's just going to return this for now. To do. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, fine. Database connection. Yeah? We good? We got it? Okay. We need a reference to it. That's fine. We can just use that. Okay. Role ID is going to be a little bit interesting. Let's fill all this out. From T, what is role ID? Dot. What even is it? Man, this is an interesting one here. ID. An identifier for a role, 2 role cached. I would like a just... Oh, get. There we go. Fucking thank God. Dot get. No, for fuck's sake. Not get. Get. Thank you. Fuck. Okay, we got it. We finally have this fucking thing working. Okay. Mostly the problem is that I just don't know the I don't know the API of either Poise or CORM, and I'm learning both of them right now in front of you. It's been 2 hours and 39 minutes. This has taken so fucking long and we've done nothing. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love that. Dot await. Y'all are gonna be awaiting me trying to get any fucking thing done here. Super. Okay. Holy fuck. All right. However, I will say there's one thing I can do right the hell now. Dot dot or else. No. How do you put something in an option if there's nothing in it? I forget how you do that. Oh, you know what? I should just honestly move this part, this unwrapper default, down to here. Dot unwrap. Oh, holy dick. Unwrap or default. And then remove this whole option business here. It's just going to be a result. Is there not? Oh, hold on. Dot map. And then it's going to be, oh, holy shit. What is it going to be? X dot as, to into active model. Is this it? Oh. Shit, I wish there was like a dot okay. Is there like a dot okay here that we can use? No, that's what try blocks are for. Yeah, that's why they don't do it. Okay. Let model equals this, and then just return okay model. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh boy. We got it. Okay. This getDB thing is a cheat. I know it's a cheat. Ignore it. We're using it right here. What we're going to do is we're going to eventually pass the database down through our model, and probably because of it's going to happen through the context. So we have our model here. We're going to assume that it worked. Let's just say we've done all the update stuff we need to do to it. Active. Whoopsie. Active. Dot. Update. Oh, it's not going to work if it doesn't exist. How do we know if it works or not? Let's look this up. CORM upsert. Huh? Okay. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. but it's closed. So this was... Okay, we did this. Let's take a look. This has been merged, so we do have this. Document on conflict usage. That's exactly what we're looking for. Any insert documentation. Okay. Turns out because the feature. On conflict. Oh, hey, there we go. Yes. On conflict, do update. Oh, that's what I wanted to... Oh my god, this could have been so much fucking easier. Oh, actually, no, it wouldn't have been easier at all. On conflict, name. You know the other problem? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to update. We're only going to insert. If we find that there's an update, we're just going to ignore that. So how do we do that? I think that we're going to do that is we're going to I actually do think this should be an option. Yeah, this should be an option because if it just doesn't have it, it just doesn't have it. I prefer that. There we go. Okay. Let's see. If let sum anything equals get role model role dot await. So basically, if we found something, we just want to continue and say we already found it. We're not checking for duplicates here. That's going to be really important to talk about. I also noticed that the workspace is dying. I'm gonna restart the server because it's giving me some fucking problems. Holy shitballs. Let's give this a second to think. Okay, let's delete the target folder. Oh, fuck, I don't want to delete the target folder. X. Unused variable X. Why is this telling me that there's an active here? That shouldn't exist. That should not be a problem. There's some weird shenanigans going on here. Okay. Syntax error. That ought to trick. Holy God, something went very wrong. Okay. Let's see if we can't clear out the side quest build. Okay. Oh, it's having some real problems. I think it actually might be VS Code. Okay, we're gonna close VS Code. And reopen it. Can I ignore all this? Let it reindex. Entities migration. Maybe I want to clear out all of this. Clear out this cargo lock. Cargo check. Let's just build some stuff here. It's got some stuff built, and I don't understand why. These are depths. Fingerprint build. I'm gonna have to clean it. Fucking hell, man. Cargo clean. Fuck you. Okay. Start building. Incredible. This one's taking a long time. We also didn't spend as much time doing this as possible, but I also need to do laundry tonight, so I'm not going to go the full thing. There's going to be no stream tomorrow because I have a party I'm going to. I'm going to my friend's birthday party. There we go. We resolved that. Now at least I know what I'm fucking talking about here. Okay. We want to continue here. If the role exists. Other than that, we want to insert a new role. Let model equals role to model dot await, and then we want to do model dot insert db, and we'll have a reference to db, but it's going to be get db. Dot await. What does this return? What does this await return? It returns a model. I don't care about the model really. It works. Okay. All right. Now the trick we need to do is we need to do a couple things. Number one, we actually have to solve this DB problem. So we need to get the database actually flowing through our main, or not our main, our functions. We need to be able to put the database wherever we need it. The other thing we have to do is fill out this logic for once we have the model, we're just going to take the default here again. So we're going to do let mute model equals, and we'll do this for now. Roles, active model, default. What's going on here? Oh, oopsie. Roles, active model. Can I just do like new? Boy, that fucking sucks. It's the same thing, isn't it? Man, I fucking hate when that does this. As default. Okay. Fine. As active model trait. And then okay model. Whoopsie. I know it doesn't need to be mutable, but that's okay. Okay, cool. We will do those two things. So first thing we're going to do right here is to do, because we are absolutely not prepared to return back from that. The next thing I want to do is I want to go to the bot. This user data is what we're looking at here. So we want to take our user data. We have a start time. The next thing we want to do is have a database connection, or just, you know, DB is fine. I'm just going to be a database connection. And we'll make sure we can actually access that. User data needs to be, we should just pull that from here. Main database. Oh, no, it actually should be in CLI. Bot main should be DB, and that should take a DB. DB is going to be a database connection. Okay, that seems to work. I don't see any errors. Thank fucking God. Okay, let's go to our this. We're gonna do role ingest, download roles, and we're gonna do we're gonna give it CTX. Oh, we're gonna give it a reference to CTX. That's what we really want. .08 is a private function. That's totally fine because we can just throw pub right here. Super duper. Why is this default here? Fucking shit, man. Okay. Now we need to get rid of these get DBs and use the actual DB. CTX dot data dot DB. Reference to this? Is that right? Ooh, that looks good. That works. That fucking works. Okay. So we have that. Get role model. This is going to need a database connection as well. So DB database connection, but it's actually just going to be a reference. And we can get rid of this. And we can do this. Okay. I'm actually going to get the reference to the database just out in front. We'll just need it. Let db equals a reference to ctx.data.db. Equals database connection. Perfect. Yeah, this is going to make it a lot easier, honestly. Just going to be DB everywhere. And that, friends and family, will work. Okay, I'm going to very quickly try and do all of the setting of data from role to model. And then I'm going to see if this runs. I don't know if it will. I have no fucking clue if this will run. We're going to give it a shot. It should. All the other parts that work are here. There just might be an issue with how I'm using some of them. So we're going to work on that in a second. Future is not send as this value is used across and await. What's the problem here? I don't actually see an issue, but we're going to bot. Is not implemented for const cache not send. Okay, let's see what we got here. We'll figure this out in a second. Do we actually just build a pool somewhere? Okay. I'm gonna figure out. This is not gonna run. We're gonna have a problem, but we can at least do part of this work. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. Model dot role SF. Oh, here's what we want to do. I'm gonna go to migration, source. I'm gonna actually open this to the side. We're going all the way to the bottom. We're just gonna look at this. And we're going to hit every one of these with the data from our role. Equals set. Can I do a use up here? Use entities prelude. No. Use CRM. Can I just is set here? Does it exist as something? set rule dot id dot get. Does that work? Huh? Fuck. Okay. Use rule. Nope. Use CORM active value set. Can I just do that? Where's the set function? I know that there's a set function somewhere. Let's look at the CRM docs again. Somewhere. Honestly, they're hard to find. Docs. Oh, was that out there? Okay, well, whatever. Structs, active value. Where's active value at? I know that's somewhere. These are some derives. That's all cool and all. Entity, active value. Isn't there a function called set? Active value? Where's active value? Active value? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Active value set. But the lowercase one, right? Isn't this... I'm so confused, but whatever. Here we go. Ooh, we're gonna have some problems. Okay. Instead of doing this, I'm gonna have a new issue where these integers are actually gonna need to be dot unsigned. Just, I guess, big unsigned maybe. P. And let's look at the entities for them right now before we get any farther. Roles. Global perms, position, ID, they're all I32, which they shouldn't be. They need to be unsigned 64-bit integers. Okay. Dot big unsigned. Okay, that these position and global perms one also need this dot big unsigned dot big unsigned. Let's just see if this works. We're gonna have to edit all of these. Let's start with this one and we'll see what we're working with here. So make regen entities. Okay. I just want to be able to get this statement to build. Right now, our role ID that we're getting from Discord is a U64, which is an unsigned 64-bit integer. It's got to be an unsigned 64-bit integer because Discord maintains that. Right now, our database is doing a signed 32-bit integer, which in Rust is I32. Okay, so now we have this. We reloaded all of our entities. Let's just do this. It's gonna, yeah, I can already see it's rebuilding the entities. Is it gonna do the same thing here? I64. That's not fucking right. Okay. Okay, we have some interesting stuff here. let's look at our migration stuff. Is migration anywhere in here, or is it a separate? No, it's a separate thing. So where's our migrator stuff? C ORM migration docs. Yeah, I want docs.rs. Okay, migrator. Migrator trait. Just, is it migration? What's the thing? Up. What are we looking at here? Okay, column def is what we want. cQuery, modules, schema, no. Prepare query, column def, table, column def, here we go. What does integer say? Integer. Okay, so here we're gonna here's what we're doing. Let's just see if this works. Instead of integer, we're gonna do just this, right? Okay, let's regenerate the entities. And let's look at roles again. These are I64s. That's fucking bad. That's bad. I can't work with an I64. It needs to be a U64. I need to actually put a U64 into that, like, thing. I can't. Okay, let's look into this. So let's see. CORM entity unsigned int. Because it doesn't exist in SQLite. Okay. CRM entity specify type. Let's see if GitHub has any like interesting issues here of like SQLite U64 maybe. I'll get rid of these. Okay. Somehow they can't work around it, even though they can absolutely store 64 bits of data. Like 64 bits just works. It just works, right? But they can only interpret it as like a, so like, let's just look at SQLite real quick. SQLite data types. And let's just get up here. Is the assigned integer. I guess because it's always signed in here and it's maximum of 8 bytes. I can't get around using I can't get around using signed integers in SQLite. So what I need to do is switch to Postgres, which means I need to build a Postgres server. Just even in a Docker image for now, like I could just switch it. Fuck. It should still work, but it just means I'm not going to be able to do it now. Okay. The only other thing I could do is store it as a blob, and honestly, it's not worth it to do that. So I gotta switch to Postgres, because apparently Postgres if we go from here back, nope, one more time, I think. Entity structure. Yeah. U64 is only supported by... Oh, it's only supported by MySQL? Fuck! Oh, no. This is so fucking stupid. It's got to be a blob. Or I guess an i64 that just gets like turned into fucking we just like recast it. So we got to figure out like how to transform it in the on the entity side. So there's a couple things to look at that they've talked about in this thing here. Save the value to database, take the U64 and convert it to a range of i64, then save i64. When we load the value from the database, convert it back. Okay, so there's something called try gettable, which I want to look at and see what that is. Where are we at in our docs? So, try get. Something like that? Yeah. Try get. Try gettable. What is a try gettable? What is this whole thing? I'm in some trouble here. I might have to do it as a binary object that just like cast into bytes. I can do it in an unsafe way too, because as long as we have 8 bytes, it's just done. Got to make sure it's cast as like bytes though. Okay, I'll have to do this a different time. These are going to be blobs. They have to be binary objects. This one I don't care about. Just integer. I don't give a shit about that one. Holy God. Objects. And then we'll figure out how to get back from that. Okay. That's going to be it for today. We already went way past where I wanted to, and I still have to do laundry, and then I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you, everyone, for hanging around. If you're still here, that's awesome. I know this has not been the most exciting stream, and it got very, very technical. This is technical work. I'm sorry. If this is not entertaining, I don't know. I could just not do this on stream. I could do it off stream. That's totally fine. I wanted to play a game today, but that didn't happen because the fucking game just would not. It was just crashing. Damn shame. We're not gonna raid. We only have 2 people. I just want to see who's on. Squid and Willow. No, we're gonna be good. Okay. Thank you for coming, everyone. Anyone who stayed. Sounds like any modern game. It wasn't modern. It was fucking Dishonored. It was old. And that's why it doesn't. I think that's why it doesn't work. Is because it's old. So I don't know. Anyway, good night, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will not see you tomorrow. I am going to be out. Have a lovely evening and weekend. Goodbye. Mwah. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye. I'm going to end the stream as soon as I find the button to end the stream. There it is.